Today, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I make $3,000 a month playing sweepstakes casinos step by step. I'm going to be going over why they're forced to offer insanely crazy deals like $100 for $200, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can take advantage of these promos in the smartest possible way. So these sites use a sweepstakes model to skirt gambling laws, which means to stay compliant, they're literally required to hand out free insane bonuses, daily freebies, and progressive rewards. Once you really understand how to run the system properly, making $3,000 a month or more isn't only possible, it's honestly pretty easy. And for a lot of people, that extra couple $1,000s a month can make a massive difference. To give you an idea of how powerful this is, when I first started a few days ago, my bank account had about $300 in it. Within a week of learning how to do this properly, that balance went up to over $1,400, not counting the hundreds I still have in pending withdrawals and thousands I have in sites. Alright, so before you want to fully jump into signing up on all these casinos with the best offers that I have a link for right here, you're basically going to want to understand how this works, just so you're not jumping in blind and don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to give a brief rundown. So, at this stage, you're most likely not signed up on any of these sites, which is great, because the first welcome offers are usually the best ones, because new players often get 100% match bonuses. That means some sites will do 100 for 200. Really rarely, if you get lucky, you might get a 1,000 for 2,000. Now, these casinos are preying on gamblers to gamble away the money. But if you're smart and gamble it on it very safely on high RTP games such as Dice, as you can see right here, see how it has a 94.86% chance. If you just did $1 every single bet 200 times, on average, most likely you will get 95% of the money back. So you'll get $95 in return. Sometimes this is a bit over, sometimes this is a bit under. But on average, if you gamble this smart and gamble it on 1x rollover, because you can't just instantly cash it out, you have to wager it one time, you will on average get about 95 to 96% of the money back. So that is where the value truly is in these bonuses. Just to show you how valuable this is, if we go over to my account, transaction history, as you can see, the first deposit I did was amount in USD 100. In sweeps coins, which is basically the currency that they're using as real dollars, but they can't call it that because it's a sweepstakes casino, I got $200 for free. So it's a 2x I got. The next thing shows me how much I received and cashed out. $233 I cashed out. And this did hit my bank account on the same day. So that just goes to show how easy it is to actually cash this out. So that's a brief rundown of why it is so important to take advantage of these deposit bonuses whenever you first sign up. And there's tons of casinos that have these. So you're going to be making money for the first week to 2 weeks consistently. So washing is kind of what I just went over. Washing the funds is basically a low-risk way to keep your money safe, because we're not trying to gamble. We're not the gamblers that these casinos are appealing to. We're taking advantage of these sweepstakes casinos offers. So we're going to try to gamble our money on the best possible return to the players' games. So some of these games include Plinko, which is a kind of ball-dropping game where you usually get 1x your money back. Another one's Blackjack. Blackjack has a 99.5% return to player if you play it by the book. So this is another very good game. Joker Jules is a slot we'll be getting into later, maybe in future videos, but this is one of the most high RTP consistent slots, which on average you'll get 96% back. So another thing to really point out is promos never stop until they do. Don't think that, these sites are just going to be a one-time thing where you sign up on them and you'll get the one bonus and never again. They're going to keep emailing you bonuses, and they're going to keep being really good bonuses. You'll keep getting offers, you'll keep getting sales, and happy hour discounts, which is on some sites you'll get, a happy hour where they'll have 20% sales a day, and these are on multiple different sites. And as long as you're not promo banned is basically where they say, okay, we're losing too much money on this guy, we're going to ban him. As long as you're not promo banned, you're going to keep getting these offers. Now, do you think it's going to be that easy to get promo banned on all these casinos? And there's way more than this. No, you're going to maybe get promo banned like Hoppo after a lot of weeks of getting them for hundreds of dollars. So yeah, that's really the only thing that's going to hold you back is getting promo banned. But until then, you're going to keep getting offers. I've already cashed out on the site, but they're still giving me this offer. 230 for 275, a 20% boost. Now, say if we just add 45 plus 10 plus 5. On average, we're going to be getting 0.95% back. So on average, we're going to be getting $57 back just from this one site, just from these deals. Do you see where the value is coming from? So I'm gonna have this guide already in the Discord. So you definitely want to make sure you join the Discord, because I'm gonna be guiding everybody who joins the Discord fully through. You'll get access to both this list and this guide. So it will show you everything you need to know. But this is just a very brief rundown of what you need to do. So now that you kind of have a good idea, it's very important to know where KYC comes into play. On every single one of these sites, you need to be 18 plus. There's no getting around that. If you're under 18 plus, you can stop watching this video right now, because unless you use your parents' information, it's not going to work. These casinos love asking for information, so you're going to have your ID. Most sites just take your ID and scan your face, and that's that. But sometimes, if they're being really annoying, they will ask for a utility bill in your name. Sometimes showing your address. They will ask for your bank statement. They will ask for other supporting documents. Sometimes, if you don't have a utility bill in your name, which is common, then you could use separate paperwork if they allow it. Usually they'll maybe allow a voter registration card or a lease agreement or insurance paperwork. There's always workarounds. So if you just run into a roadblock, you don't just want to stop there. You want to persevere, because there's so much value in every single one of these sites. You will get through the KYC, you will get through it, and then you'll be good. So just some basic survival tips. You always want to use your exact legal name. You always want to upload clear scans. You always want to have a backup document ready just in case if they ask. Because you already want to have, your lease, your insurance on hand if you don't have, a utility bill. You always want to verify your payment method early. You always want to make sure that you're verified before you cash out, so there's no, issues. If support pushes back, you want to stay polite but persistent. You don't want to give up. There's always other alternatives. So that is a lot of what, there is to just the basics of how you can do this. There's a couple other things, but we're going to be talking about in other videos. But another huge thing to understand is down here. Stacking for thousands a month. This is where the $3,000 a month number comes in. Daily dollars is something that you really want to drill in your head, because every single one of these sites are on average giving you $1. Sometimes it's 50 cents, sometimes it's $1. But this is a free money you just get for just logging in. If you farm 20 to 30 casinos, that's $20 to $30 a day, which is about $600 to $900 per month just from showing up. So that is on top of all the other bonuses that you get for 15 minutes a day of just cashing out the free daily dollar that these casinos are forced to give you, because you're not really buying real money. It's sweepstakes cash. You also want to be making sure you're taking advantage of all these 100% bonuses, the happy hour discounts, and gift card multipliers, and you want to hit a promo. Every single promo that's good across every single site. How it adds up. If you're doing just about 10 sites, on average you'll make $500 to $1,000 a month. This is just a casual grinder. This is somebody who just puts in the minimum. If you do 20 to 30 sites a day, you do all the promos and you daily dollar grind, $2,000 to $5,000 a month. High volume grinder. This is somebody who takes advantage of every single possible site, grinds, and even does the mail-in stacks, and which we'll get into this on the never video. I cannot cover all of this in the same video, but we will do this later. You can make $5,000 to $10 per month. So, time versus a job. This is a side hustle, but you can make a full-time income from this or make money on top of what you're already doing. The daily farming, just taking all the daily dollars you get from each site, is on average 5 to 15 minutes a day. Promo chasing and washing. It's 1 to 2 hours a day if you're doing 20 to 30 sites. So if you're just doing 10 sites, it's even less. But on average, you're going to be putting about 1 to 2 hours a day, maybe a little bit more. Mail-ins. This is completely separate. We're going to cover this in a different video, but if you do this, you'll make a ton of money as well. So consider this to a real job where you're working for $20. $20 an hour is good, but you will make literally that, you'll make basically $100 an hour doing this, because it's that valuable with your time. You can make, on average, $2,000 to $5,000 a month. So that just goes to show how fucking valuable this is, and how anybody watching this video should really consider getting onto this and taking advantage of this, because this is a side hustle that is not known about. Not many people are doing this, so you definitely want to get on this if you are interested in having a side income that makes $2,000 to $5,000 a month. So now that you really have a basic, now that you really have the rundown of how to do this, this is where you're gonna actually be ready to start signing up on casinos. I have a little guide here listed where all my favorite, sweepstakes casinos are listed from down to bottom. I want you guys to go down this list and sign up on each site. If you have any questions at all, join our Discord in the description. If you don't have a Discord account, make it a Discord account. You can ask me any question. I will be there to answer you. We are going to be a community. We're all going to help each other out succeed, and I will make sure anybody who joins the Discord makes thousands from this, guaranteed. If you join the Discord, you will not make thousands. I will help you and guide you to make thousands from this. So yeah.